Hello Kickstarter, my name is Dan and I am the creator of Calculist. What is Calculist? Calculist is this, the thing that you're looking at right now on my web browser. More specifically, it is a better way to manage information, such as things to remember, numbers to crunch, projects, data, metrics, so much information that we use our brains to process. We use a number of different strategies for managing information, such as writing things down, which is essentially like free memory. We create systems to increase mental bandwidth by reducing the number of decisions we have to make about what to do with new information, and we use computers to extend our cognitive abilities and do things that are just not possible to do without computers, especially when it comes to quantitative information. So, Calculist is designed to help you do these three things effectively. So that's what Calculist is, but what can you do with Calculist? Some of the features include the ability to create lists, which is the primary feature. You can calculate using expressions like 1 plus 1 and functions like the square root function and variables like x, which is defined here. You can define custom functions such as this one here. There is a command mode for quickly doing things that would be tedious and time-consuming and error-prone. Otherwise, you can import and export in a number of different formats. You can use templates to create common lists, custom keyboard shortcuts. There's LaTeX support for mathematical notation, and you can share and collaborate with others. So those are some of the features, but let's look at an example use case to give you a more concrete sense of what Calculist can do. So I've created some templates and keyboard shortcuts to speed things up. So if you see a list just pop in like that, that's because I'm using a template and a keyboard shortcut. So let's say we're planning an event and we need to figure out how much the food is going to cost for this event because we will be serving lunch, and we gave each attendee the option to choose one of three lunch items, and each one has a different price. So we need to figure out the total cost given the choices that the attendees have made. And right now the attendees list is empty, but luckily we have this spreadsheet here that has all the information we need, all the attendees, their phone number, and their food choice. And I have already exported this spreadsheet as a CSV file so that I can import it into Calculist. So now we have all of our CSV data right here. So to calculate the food cost, I'm going to add some items here. First, we're going to create a new list called choices, which is just the attendees, looking at the attendees list and selecting the food choice items from that list. So you can think of this square bracket syntax as selecting the column from the CSV data. So to figure out the counts, we first need to figure out all the unique food choices to add to this list. So I'm going to say add items unique choices. So it takes the choices and removes any duplicate items. So we have turkey sandwich, Caesar wrap, and vegan chili. Now to figure out how many people have chosen each item, I'm going to add this expression here. So we're going to filter the choices list to only those that are equal to $name. And $name, it is just a special variable that, in this case, it means turkey sandwich. It's the name of the current item. So we're going to take that filtered list and count up the number of items in that list. In this case, 10 people have chosen turkey sandwich, 4 people have chosen Caesar wrap, and 6 vegan chilies. So the prices, these are just fixed, so that's pretty simple. And the costs, for the cost we want to calculate or multiply each count item by the corresponding price. So we have that here. We select the item turkey sandwich from the counts list times the item turkey sandwich in the prices list. And we do that for each of the other items. And the total cost is just the sum of the costs. So now we have our total food cost. And the cool thing about this is, since this is driven off the actual data in the attendees list, if that data changes, this will automatically update. So let's see if we can do that really quick. I'm going to group items by food choice. So now we can see we have our options there, and underneath each option are the people who chose that option. So let's say all the people who chose turkey sandwich actually want the Caesar wrap. So I'm going to move that there and move turkey sandwich under there, say outdent items, delete turkey sandwich, and then I'm going to say ungroup items food choice. And this will essentially do the reverse of the grouping and update all of the food choice items. So let's look at our food cost, the counts, and we now have 0 turkey sandwiches, 14 Caesar wraps, and 6 vegan chilies. And our cost has gone down considerably, which makes sense because the turkey sandwich was the most expensive item. Last thing we might want to do is download this new data as a CSV so that we can import it back into our spreadsheet here. So hopefully that gave you a good sense of what you can do with Calculist. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you support Calculist, and I hope you find it as useful and life-changing as I have.